Okay, so today we're going to take a look at how to add a glossy effect to text or an object or anything you have that you want to add that cool little sheen that you've seen in print graphics and on the web and so forth. All right, so let's get started. So I've got a text layer here and background, just giving it a little subtle color, a little subtle gray so it stands out amongst the white that we're going to be adding for the sheen. All right, so we need to add a new layer. Then we're going to come over here. We're going to grab the marquee tool, the elliptical marquee tool, and we're going to draw out a large oval. Now to move this around in the space, press and hold spacebar. And then you can move this around, and when you let go of spacebar, you can adjust it again. And you see what I'm going for is just a curved selection here, something like right about there. So I've done a series of left clicking the mouse and dragging out this marquee tool, elliptical marquee tool, and alternating with holding down the space bar while I'm still dragging with the mouse. And when I get it right where I want it, I let go of the space bar first, let go of the mouse second, and I have a selection. Now I'm on my new layer here, so I want to fill this with white. You can see white is my background layer. If it was my foreground layer, I could just hit Alt backspace and it would fill that in. If it was my background layer, I could hit Control or Command on the Mac and backspace and it would fill that in with white. All right, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit Control Command backspace to fill that in white. Then to release the selection, I hit Control or Command D and there's my white oval. Now of course it's a little too much right now, but if we take it down from the opacity, let's ride that down a little bit, and that's getting a little better. But the problem is it's showing on the whole background, and that's not what we want. We want it to just, the gloss, the sheen, should be just on the letters. Well, that's easily accomplished, especially since it's right over the text layer we want to affect. If we right click on this layer and come down to create clipping mask, it clips it, and there you go. It doesn't show now on the background, it just shows on the text. And then if that's too light for you, you can always come up here and add a little more to the opacity or take a little more away to your liking, whatever you want. But that's how you add, that's the very basic way to add sheen. And then of course you can affect the where you have it. If you don't want to have a curve like that, let's turn that off. Let's make a new one real quick. Create a new layer. Maybe you just want a flat, straight sheen to it. So let's do that. I'm using the rectangular marquee tool now. Draw out a rectangle, let go of it. I'm going to hit Control backspace to fill it with white, Control D to release the selection. I'm going to right click on that layer, create clipping mask, clips it, and then I can adjust the opacity to right where I want it, and there's another way to create a sheen. So we've got that one and we've got the curvy one. All right, I hope that was helpful. Keep watching. Thanks again from Max Height Web and Graphics Studio.